So I started Stratascension with the idea that small businesses need the expertise of big consulting firms at a fraction of the price just because they don't have the resources. It's weird because I like to coach. I like to pour into individuals that I like to help. I like to assist. But the way I learned how to coach professionally is by drawing out, right? Through questions. And my personality is more suited to say, okay, there's the problem, let's fix it, right? And how do we prevent it from happening again? Like I'm more suited for that. Like I'm built better for that versus, okay, what do you think the problem is? Well, we're both looking at the problem. What do you think the problem is? They give me an answer. It's like, okay, how would you go about it? Like, let's just partner up, let's co-create, let's build it. Like, to me, that's just more straight to the point. Coaching franchise didn't work. I was paying about $2,500 a month in franchise fees and licensing fees and stuff like royalties and all that stuff. I reached out to the CEO of the franchise and basically told him I wanted out. So he took it. He was a cool guy, right? No knocks on him. 2011, 2012, stuff like around that time. When digital marketing was just kind of picking up, the internet was on and popping, but digital marketing was starting to get, kind of really the popular way to do business. And so I suggested some ways in doing that. I was still learning how to do it myself, but they weren't really interested in creating that marketing strategy, a digital marketing approach. And their mindset was just go to the meetings, right? Just do the face-to-face thing. I was telling somebody the other day, I'm more comfortable on stage talking to people than just going into a networking event and trying to randomly talk to people, right? Like it's just weird like that. Face thing, which again, is while they were kind of deciding, because you don't really just get out of a franchising agreement, right? It was a 10-year agreement. You don't get out of that, right? There's legal ramifications and then just making everybody whole and all that sort of stuff. And so while they were deciding, I was still out here on these streets trying to build this business. The entrepreneur, you will have to deal with all of it, right? I couldn't just say, snap my finger and it all go away. No, you got to deal with all this. So I had to deal with the fact that this coaching franchise was not working. I had to deal with my significant other saying, I didn't want you to do this in the first place, right? And also dealing with me and the fact that I had this idea and I know it will work. I know I can help people. I know I can assist them. So I'm juggling all this stuff, right? I'm attending these Chamber of Commerce meetings. I'm going to networks meetings. I'm joining community committees. I'm going to industry days. I'm talking to people, and but I'm still dealing with all of this, right? And so things went from bad to worse, right? And so I'm dealing with all this other stuff. I'm telling you, I had my truck, the transmission totally went out. I went outside. I remember this like it was yesterday. Went outside, went to go back out of my driveway, and it didn't move. I put the thing in reverse, pressed on the gas, didn't go nowhere, right? I was like, So I had to deal with that. I ended up selling it and getting a hoopty. Oh my gosh, getting a hoopty, and that lasted me a few months. But and it's like, well, Malcolm, why did you get a hoopty? I just needed to get this thing going, right? I just needed to continue to do create. There's a tipping point, right? You put enough action into it until it hits a tipping point, and you've created enough momentum where things go by itself. That was my thinking, and I still think that way, right? But this was, it was just hard, right? It was super hard. Marketing is the lifeblood of the business, right? It's the way prospects get to know, like, and trust you. Marketing just ramps that up by like 1,000, right? So another thing I had to learn was how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, doing the things that I don't necessarily like doing until I could hire someone to do it, right? So I talk about digital marketing, some of it I do enjoy, some of it I don't. I had to go through that learning process, right? And the stuff with the vehicle and all that, like, that's just, we all go through stuff like that. But I had to learn as a business person the things I needed to do, how to focus my time, how to build a solid marketing strategy and execute on that. And I had to so I thought I was disciplined, but I had to become more disciplined. I had to get connected with people that were ahead of me, right? And not just one person, like a number of people. And, I went through a really challenging time to get StrataSension started, right? Unfortunate, the good news is, and obviously it is a happy ending to the story. I was able to, after I because part of it was me, right? Like, I was doing everything I thought I should do. The good news is we turned everything around. My wife doesn't hate me. She loves me and I love her. And I'm able to turn StrataSension around and, really grow it into what it is today. And we're still growing. So that is my story of how StrataSension started.